Yep, April 16th. Remember when we said how warm it was and nice it was yesterday? Didn't have to wear gloves when we started off? Snow. Morning, guys. We're gonna have to do this short and sweet. 16th of April. You saw the fact that it was snowing earlier. Stayed out in shelter last night. RTK tried to convince me to go to the Quarterway Inn because of the wet, the rain followed by cold, but that would only leave me at 8 miles. Couldn't do that, so I'll pay the price today. I'm literally freezing, I've been in ice and snow since the Smokies, but today the frostbite on my fingers and toes from the Smokies is just really bad, and it's really causing me pain, and everything's swollen, and not on me actually. I'm looking at this. Look at this crossing right here. Let me switch you around. Okay, I'm gonna have to come back to you. I don't know how I'm gonna cross this thing. All right, it rained so hard last night that this is actually the trail today. And remember that it has been spitting snow. We were right at the freezing mark probably. And so this soaking your shoes with frostbitten toes is really not good. It is a challenging day today. There goes my knee. So it's really too cold for me to keep my hand outside of my gloves long enough to film for long, but I just wanted to give you some shots, so I'll probably just do shots and shots. The short of it is that today's going to be a 16. There's not much I can do about it. We go over some 4,500 foot peak in about 4 miles. So that's a big climb. Then sort of ups and downs for some elevation of some miles, and then it just hits the ridge, and the rest of the time just ridge running. But on that ridge, there's no roads, and there's no campsites, there's no water. So as a consequence, you pretty much have to go to 16. At 16, there's a campsite. There's a hostel. Yeah, see, again, I'm not sure that this is actually, it's evident in the pictures, but this is way too wide to jump. So, I don't know. Let me get back to you. See how that whole side takes on a white hue? Yeah, that's snow. That's where we're en route to. After we go all the way to the bottom of that. All right, we'll let you know when we get to the next spot. Wow, check out how swollen this creek is. Compare it to pictures of other folks who have taken this. Look at that. You can see all of that land through there is completely washed out. I think this way you'll get a good sense too. And look how high that water is. I mean, it rained last night, cats and dogs. And while I'm a little bit worried about the lack of water over the next distance, I think there are going to be runoff from snow melt and other things that, you know, aren't normally there. So I'm taking a chance that that's the case. I mean, I'm still carrying about 1.5 liters of water, but like I told you, there's not a lot once you get up to this mountain and further on. It is ridgeline, but it is pretty barren. And I'm just hoping that with all the precipitation, we'll have some water source that I could get another liter once I get up to the top. Oh, I'd hate to carry another liter up this hill because this goes up to like 4,500. It's not a small, this is a real mountain. I'll have to tell you which one it is, but I'm sure you guys already know. Okay, here we go. This is literally a point that we have to ford a stream. Again, it may not appear that it's that far across to you, but you know, that's a good 15 feet or so. But I see a log up river that I can maybe go back to and cross up there. So let's give it a try. I'll let you go for now. What an amazingly beautiful effect the snow on those branches has. I hope it's coming out. It's really neat. Night and today. It's supposed to stay like this until tomorrow morning. Continue to be cold. Then the temperature's supposed to return to seasonal, I guess is what they call it. We'll see. All I know is 16 April. We're still freezing. That's the closest thing you're going to get to a view from up here today, I'll tell you that. I guess I should consider myself fortunate for that. Okay. Well, what we've got to do, we only have like 6.5 miles to a hostel, and it's supposed to be in the 20s tonight, so thinking that might be a good option. That would put me at a little over 15 miles, which I'm only doing 13, so that seems fair. Yeah, right now I just need to drop an elevation, in all honesty, and that's what this is doing. So get warmed up a little bit, the climb up here wasn't bad, actually. It was a long, it was real steep at first, but then that last 700 feet was a long, over the balds, sloping grade, which actually I appreciated after the morning we had. I did talk to Sleeves when I got up here, and those streams that I found a way around, not around, but across with logs and stuff by going upstream, he actually forded. So he was soaked in this. Yeah, that's not healthy. So I hope he hurries up and gets down to elevation and gets warmed up and safe, because it isn't safe being up here right now with this. The winds are incredible. Probably can hear on the video. And it is cold. It's that wet cold again. You know, it's probably only, 30 or something like that, but it feels much colder, because this is when wind chill really means something. When it's that wet, cold, biting cold because of the wind. So, all right, I got to tuck my arms back in, and I got to get moving. I had a demoralizing moment in the shelter back there. Zia Fox, my boy Zia, he had annotated the shelter log and put in there that he had arrived at 1:30 on the 11th. And I arrived at 1:32 on the 16th, which means in that short period of time since we were together, I have fallen 5 days behind Zia because of this damn knee. And now look at this weather. And this is like that little ice pellets, more so than snow. That is a huge hit to my morale. In that short period of time, being back 5 days. Okay, here we are at State Road 623. The hostel's down that way that I'm going to. You can see that it's still, even at this little bit lower elevation, still snowy. Somebody had left some trail magic here. That's what it looks like. Bottles of fresh water. So that's awesome. And so tonight we will at least be dry and warm, and hopefully get some of the clothes washed. Okay. Yeah, I've been having that conversation with myself, and like the 13s and this 15, okay, they're good miles, but they're not going to get it done. I mean, right now I'm on par to be like 6 months, and my plan was 5 months. That's a whole month more. As miserable as this experience is, frankly, I don't see it. So I think what I'm going to do is, when the weather warms back up later this week, I'm going to start doing 20s. And I'm going to do 20s until I have a catastrophic failure with some body part. And It's time to push on and get done. So that's where I am tonight. I hear my shuttle coming, so I will let you know how the